So this is a past, present, and future reading. So anyone with water placements or air placements, this would definitely be for you. Um, right now, I am channeling the numbers 1111, 222, and 333 for now. So let's go ahead and jump into your past reading. So when I did the initial uh, shuffle, Lord, I can't pick up the card. This card popped out. And the Father of Swords represents somebody who is very analytical, someone who is very structured, and maintains a sense of authority and discipline. So this could be someone who was probably a hard ass in your life and you probably didn't like it much. Or it could have been, a parent that was very, very structured. Anyways, that was your past. That person was very hard on you um, and couldn't really understand the way that you think. So, what did that cause your present to be like? Well, when I did the present pool, we got this, which is the Five of Cups. That is you basically having just despair, sadness, grief, mourning. And I know a lot of that mourning came from the fact that because this person of authority didn't understand you, it caused you to look at yourself differently and think, hey, if I'm unable to be loved just the way I am and for the way that I think, am I even able to love the way that I think? And I definitely understand that because I've felt that many times with my own dad. Like I will say something and he would just kind of look at me like, what are you talking about? But I already know that the main reason is it has a lot to do with like spiritual things that he is just unaware of. So I meet him where he's at, even though I still know I have to say certain things to be able to speak the way I want to speak. And most of the time, he doesn't really like it because he starts like raising his voice. And I just be like, well, at least I tried. So, with that being said, you feeling this grief, this despair, and regret over, not being able to move past what it is that authority figure or your parent treated you like and criticized you for. You're holding on to that very tightly, and it basically colors the way that you see the world around you. So if you continue to do this is what your future will look like. And that is the Ten of Swords. And that basically means that, there will be a lot of painful endings that happen that don't have the need to be painful. I think that if you spend more time focusing on ways to detach from that thinking of basically like how they used to treat you in the past, you won't feel as much as that way anymore. Because a lot of times the reason why we stay sad is because we stay in that state of how it used to make us feel back then. But fortunately the event is no longer happening, but you are replaying the event in your mind, and it is continuing to bring about the same emotions. But now you have to be able to let go of thinking about it in that manner. Now you have to look forward and say, I'm glad that I I no longer have to experience that anymore. Changing the way that you think about those things that happened in your past that shaped the way that you are now is vital. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the Judgment card. And basically, I interpret it as, those painful endings, they don't have to be painful, but you do have to have some level of, I want to let this go for myself so that way I can reach my highest potential. Because not only do you need to forgive yourself for whatever it is that happened in the past, you need to be able to let go of, the reminder of the feelings that person used to make you feel, because they, for one, they did not remember. They don't remember what they did. I'm telling you right now, they don't remember. So you might as well, you don't have to forget right now, but make it some sort of a habit to try to forget that, because they don't remember either. And if they do remember, they probably don't care that they did that. And another thing that you should be doing is just finding more ways to forgive yourself in how you have participated in experiences moving forward after those experiences with that authority figure or parent that wasn't treating you the best. And I also wanted to say that this is sort of where that 80-20 rule comes in. And instead of applying it to, like, how they say at a job, it's 20% your job and 80% the people you work with. So, like, the work doesn't amount to basically what it is that you're experiencing with those people, because the people is what basically you have experience with at work. So everybody that's around you is what makes up your work. And so I look at the 80-20 rule as this: if you are spending 20% of your time thinking negatively and thinking about all those things in the past that used to hurt you, you are going to reflect that in your reality 80% of the time. Because the original 80-20 rule created was 20% of your efforts, 80% of your efforts are only caused by 20% of whatever it is that you were doing. I can't remember the exact quote, but basically that is what you would need to do. You would need to spend more time changing that 20% of time where you hone in on that sadness and things of that nature, to be able to, make those endings and moving on less painful than it needs to be. But that's all that I got for y'all today. I will be back with another reading either tomorrow, unless, God just says something else. So y'all have a good day.